Hello there, Toy Collector fans. Universal Toy Collector here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to another podcast with my friend, sidekick, and good buddy, Scuba Pete.
Hello. We're at it again.
Doing, Pete? All good? Yes, we are.
I'm doing well.
Yes, we are. Good man. Good man. Before we start, I just want to say, anybody who watched the last live stream, I apologize for my disgraceful language. See what happened.
That was comedy
There was
gold.
an echo. There was an echo, and I couldn't resolve it. So I come off screen at the studio thinking, no one can hear me. I will swear to my heart's content. The problem was I had my second camera just here with the volume up. A, that's why there was an echo. And B, that's why you heard me dropping F-bombs all over the place. Why Pete was just sitting there. Yep. Great. Brilliant. So I apologize for that. But I didn't realise until I watched it back. My wife Georgie, she was watching it and she found it highly amusing. So
oh yeah,
I just said, "What you laughing at?" And she showed me, and I was like, "Wow." Okay, so we got Bobby Hicks in the room, and we got Keith Knight in the room. Hello, guys. Thank you very much.
Hey, fellas.
Welcome to the live stream. Pete, tell us, what are we going to be discussing tonight? Our top 10.
Tonight, our top 10 is our top 10 favorite cartoons, and we did not put a particular year on it, so it's wide open for any cartoons. So it could be literally anything, modern, old.
It could be. Well, I've centered mine from the 1980s through to the present day, so that's 40 odd years of cartoons there and or animation.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Are they cartoons? Are they animated? Could there be some puppet shows in there as well?
Tricky.
There you go.
Tricky.
So just to let you guys know, I'm not going to be on the chat because I'm going to be doing some overlays so you can see what our top 10s are. So we're not going for the second camera tonight after last time. So try something new.
Yeah, we're trying to keep this high class.
Yeah, it's a family show.
Hey, Trenton.
Family show.
That's right.
And we got Trenton. Hello, Trenton. How you doing, my friend? All good. Right, Pete, if you would like to kick us off with your countdown to your number 1. So what is your number 10?
All right.
I've got to try and scroll through and find it.
My number 10 is Clone Wars, the one from 2008 that ran 7 seasons. Oh, yeah. That was 133 episodes. And I got to be honest, I still have not finished it. I know the 7th season is... I am on like season 5. So I went back and just started it all over. I caught it pot shot, as it was originally airing on Disney Channel long ago. And so I decided just to start over from episode 1, season 1. And I'm like season 5 now.
Wow.
But
I mean, that was such a quality show, wasn't it? Absolute quality.
Oh, so good. I love the dynamic between Anakin and Ahsoka, or Snips, if you like. I quite enjoy that banter, as well as Anakin and Obi-Wan and the banter that they have, being two generals in this war. I wish that I had watched more of it to really enjoy the prequels, the movies, more, since we're filling in those years in between. Because I remember popping into it was like General Grievous. Wait a minute, what? Who? Huh? And I was like, if I'd been paying attention, to Clone Wars, I would have been read in well. But so good. And I mean, what do you think?
I loved it. I mean, originally it went from it sort of like got canned, didn't it? Halfway through season 6, they'd only done 13 episodes in season 6 because that was when Disney bought them out. So Dave Filoni,
Shabby.
Hello, Shabby. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, so Dave Filoni didn't get to finish off what he wanted to do, and then back in 2020, I think it was, they released season 7, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Yep. So, and I can't wait to get there. I know it's good.
Oh, yeah. What got me is I think it started getting really good from end of season 3, mid-season 3 onwards, because I think the arcs were pretty much all over the place. If you don't watch them in arc order, it's very difficult to sort of like, because you get one part of the arc here, then you got another 3 or 4 episodes of something else, then the rest of the arc. So I think from halfway through season 3, season 4, they definitely started putting the arcs together a lot more. What do you think of Ahsoka?
She's one of my all-time favorite characters. I mean,
definitely, yeah.
I would like to meet Ashley Eckstein, and I know she's very personable. I've listened to people's stories from Star Wars Celebration, and the fact that she's got some of the longest lines for autographs, because she does spend some quality time with each and every person. And I don't know. That's such a great character, and I don't know, something soothing, even just in listening to her dialogue of Ahsoka. Yeah, you know, there's a peace that kind of washes over you. I quite enjoy her character. Yep.
I mean, she's certainly a fan favorite now, isn't she? I mean, I don't know. What people thought of her to start with. I just thought she was some annoying little kid and stuff like that. But did you see the Clone Wars movie?
Yeah,
you did.
Yep, I did.
Yeah. See, I didn't mind that. I quite enjoyed it, but I just thought, oh god, she's going to be annoying. But she kind of grows on you, and her character,
definitely
such a lot of character development, which I really liked in that one, for sure.
Yep,
definitely. Okay, right. My number 10 is, I've got to try and find it now. It is the original Transformers. Okay, so this was produced by Hasbro Productions and Sunbow. It ran from 1984 to 1987, totaling 4 seasons and 98 episodes. There's the voice talents of Frank Welker as Megatron, Peter Cullen, as we all know, as Optimus Prime, and the one and only Chris, is it Lata, as Starscream. He had such a unique voice, didn't he, that guy, as Starscream. The reason this is my number 10 is because the first 2 seasons I thought were really, really good. But then it started to dip a bit, like in the 3rd and 4th seasons, and the animation wasn't so great. You could see there's lots of errors where you could see Optimus Prime standing there somewhere and his legs weren't there and stuff like that. It's just little things like that. So that is why that is my number 10. But I absolutely love the first 2 seasons for sure. Definitely love the first 2 seasons. What about you?
That is certainly that is my younger brother's fave cartoon. I mean, I would say his is Transformers and then G.I. Joe, you know, his second favorite. But so because of him, I watched quite a bit of Transformers. I still haven't caught everything, but I quite enjoyed it. I mean, I'm a fan of Bumblebee, Optimus Prime. Yes, please. And I mean, now thanks to Miwa and sending me some Insecticons, you know, vintage G1s. I'm like, talk about getting bit by the bug.
The toy line was fantastic, wasn't it? The G1 toy line was really, really good. Really, really.
And I think that's what was cool was, you know, I saw him getting these Transformers for birthdays and Christmas, and then at the same time you're getting the cartoon, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty sweet. Hey, Daniel K in the chat. What's up?
Welcome, Daniel. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Right. So, what is your number 9, Pete?
My number 9, la 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 la, Smurfs.
Oh dear. When you said about this yesterday, I was like, "You've got to be serious." And it was quite funny because I was going through my top 10 with my wife, and because I was looking at the Smurfs earlier, she goes, "Is the Smurfs in your top 10?" I was like, "No." Who's got the top 10? Who's got the Smurfs? And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be Pete." So come on, why is this in your top 10, mate?
It's Smurfing awesome. That's why it's in the top 10.
Oh, fair enough.
So this originally started out by the artist Peyo from Belgium as a comic, and then it was produced into a show. But can you believe it ran from 81 to 89? You're talking 9 seasons, 265 episodes if you include the specials.
Wow.
I mean, it was on all the time. But for as much as you probably didn't like Brainy Smurf and you wanted to smack him around, I mean, let's talk about Smurfette, eh? I mean,
ding dong.
It's all right to have a crush on a she's pretty Smurfy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I used to watch it, but I wasn't a real big fan, so to speak. But
this has an even greater impact on me. So we're watching Smurfs, enjoying Smurfs, but we also have the theme park Kings Island up in Cincinnati that we would go to, and they had a water ride, so a boat ride, but it was in its second incarnation themed out all Smurfs. So you would go, and it kind of animatronic. I mean, very basic. Motion, kind of, hey, over and over, that kind of, but still ice cold air conditioning. So on a hot summer day in Ohio, and you're going through the tunnels of the Smurf ride, totally digging it. I just quite enjoy it. And now I like when I'm toy hunting, if I come across the PVC figures, the little vinyl figures, for a few bucks. Oh yeah, I pick them up. And we have a running game in our house. We have a few Smurfs that we change and hide and see if, like, the girls or I can find, whoever finds them then hides them the next time, which is kind of hilarious.
Have you did they not update it? Did they do an updated Smurf movie just recently? Well, I don't say recently, a few years back they did.
Yeah.
See, I've not seen that, so I mean, I've not watched the Smurfs in God knows how long.
I want to say I started it. I don't think I finished it.
Okay, so the bad dude was Gargamel, wasn't it? And the cat was it Ambrosia?
Azrael.
Okay, yeah. Well, where did I get Ambrosia from? Right. Okay, so that was Pete's number 9. My number 9 would be Starfleet. So not animated, but it was a puppet show. This was also known as X-Bomber, produced by Cosmo Productions. It ran from October 1980 to March 1981. One season, 25 episodes, and the only person who's I know who did the voices was a guy called Mark Rolston. He played Drake in Aliens, and he played the part of John Lee, which is this redhead guy here. So yeah, I love this. I thought this was absolutely brilliant. It really was, because they used to have like these all different kind of vehicles and stuff like that, and then they would all form together to make a giant robot sort of thing. So I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. I thought the soundtrack or the music was great, and for a puppet show, I thought it was really good, really good. It had a lot of Star Wars vibes to it as well.
Okay,
with how things
now when did
sort of played out.
What time of the day, time of the week did that air? Because I don't know it. That's
this would have probably been either once a week, midweek, or at the weekend.
Okay.
It would be like after school viewing. So we'd finish school like school,
right on.
So like about 3:00, 3:30. So it would probably be on about 3:30, 4 o'clock, or it'd be on early Saturday morning with the Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. But yeah, so I've actually got the DVD of this. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was brilliant. But the only reason it's number 9 for me is because there was only one episode. So one season with 25 episodes. So it didn't go on long enough. So I think if it had done, it would have probably been higher up the pecking order. Okay. What's your number?
Shout out to Goji, Gary Moore, and Connor Fuller that have popped in the chat.
Hi guys. Thank you for joining us. Awesome stuff. Thank you. If any of you guys watching want to leave comments and let us know your top 10, that would be great, because it'd be interesting to see who's chosen what.
Gary
reading a list of... Go on, sorry.
Gary says that ambrosia rice is a pudding stew.
Yeah, I know. Cheers, Gary. Thank you. Thank you. For some reason, I thought it was Gargamel's cat, but never mind. So go on. Sorry, what was your number 8?
My number 8 is the Flintstones that ran from 1960 to 1966.
Wow, 1960. God.
Yeah, so obviously
it was that old.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, when I was looking back at some of the history of this, I'm like, whoa, that was some serious syndication.
Yeah. The 60s. I wouldn't have believed it was the 60s. Was that Hanna-Barbera?
Yes, Hanna-Barbera.
It was. Yeah.
And
wow.
obviously, if you've watched it, when it was on in the 60s, the Honeymooners was also on. And so the Honeymooners had obviously a great impact on the dynamic of the cartoon show.
Okay.
So good.
Can I just ask a question, Pete? When you said you watched it in the 60s, you weren't referring to me, were you? I wasn't even bloody born then.
No.
I was a 70s model old boy.
We're 70s. I'm 72. So yeah, I'm watching it on reruns, as it were. But yeah, back in the day, if you were watching that, on TV was the Honeymooners. Was top notch. Human comedy. So they borrowed from that to feed the animation.
I just automatically assumed it was from the 80s because that's when I obviously watched it. I did not realize that was done in the 60s. That's fantastic.
I know.
Wow.
I was looking that up and I'm like, wow, that's got some legs.
God, and is it still going? Is it still being syndicated? Or have they updated it?
I'm sure, you can probably catch episodes on like Tubi or something like that.
Okay.
Be worth looking up. Awesome. I don't know.
Oh, I'm so surprised by that. Wow.
Yep.
Right, so that was Pete's number 8. This would be my number 8. There's another puppet show called the Terrorhawks. This, I absolutely love this. You had little Zelda there. She used to scare the living bejesus out of me, and so did her son. Weird looking thing there. And they had that kind of alien thing as well. That scared me. So this was produced by Anderson Byrne Pictures. It ran from 1983 to 1986. There was 3 seasons, 39 episodes, and the only voice that I recognised was a guy called Windsor Davis. He was Welsh, and he was Sergeant Major Zero, which is this little round dude here, the robot. But yeah, this was fantastic. I love this. 10/10, awesome stuff. Yeah, brilliant. Have you ever seen it?
I have not seen it. I mean, I know of it, but I have not watched that. No, and the bad guys are quite frightening. I mean, that's like nightmare fuel as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, there was one, and it had this. It was this alien, and it got shot down, and you just saw his face in the cockpit of his ship and stuff like that, and he looked as scary as hell. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, not too sure of this, but I carry on watching. And then he got shot down, and then they went looking for him. And I thought, oh no, don't go in the cave. Don't go in the cave. He's in there.
Don't do it.
And then they had blood. They had blood where he'd been shot in his feet.
Holy smokes!
Wow. Yeah. And that was pretty scary for me as a kid. But yeah,
that's a pretty big. I mean, and for that to be in the UK, that's huge. To have that kind of assumed violence, like.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, like I say, it scared me and Zelda, I wasn't too keen on her either, but wow, yeah, it was great viewing though. I've got to say, really liked it. Fantastic.
Keith Knight says he used to call his older sister Zelda. He still has her listed in his phone as that.
That is awesome. I bet she's loving you for that, Keith. Wow. Brilliant. Okay,
and
so
Goji, I wanted to point out, Goji's reminding us that Flintstones first aired in prime time and was meant to be for an adult audience before it became a, kid sensation.
Oh wow, I didn't
go
realize
Goji.
That. Why was it for an adult, Goji? Why was it supposed to be for an adult audience? That's that's interesting.
That's a cool tidbit.
Yeah, definitely full of information as our Goji, definitely. Okay, so you're number 7.
He-Man. And the Masters of the Universe. You probably couldn't find a graphic. Oh, there it is.
There it is. I've got them here. I've just got to try and scroll down because I've not got my glasses on, so the writing's really small. So that's my excuse anyway.
Yep. So obviously created by Filmation, and it ran from 83 to 85. I don't know. As a kid, it felt a whole lot longer. Like I wouldn't have guessed that it was that short. created by Lou Scheimer, and it went for 130 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just a few years, but a ton of episodes.
Oh, definitely.
And yeah, obviously this had a huge impact on my toy buying as a kid and as an adult.
For sure. I mean, just looking at that picture, it's just giving me goosebumps looking at that picture. I mean, that is the colors and the characters and stuff like that. It's just, it's absolutely amazing. Wow.
I think that's what I find. I talked to Shabby about it, and pretty much anybody else that'll listen. Why Origins is so very appealing, because it just pops. The colors, they feel like that Filmation animation color. That just makes my heart sing.
Definitely. I mean, Chris Mewar would love this for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I watched that as a kid as well, and I really liked it. I thought it was a fantastic.
That's great. And then even
a few episodes on a DVD, but I don't know if Netflix are running it.
I think you can grab. There's some episodes on YouTube, I think.
Okay.
And then Miwa actually sent me. He was like, "Hey, don't buy because I was going to buy the DVD of the episodes," and he was like, "I've got an extra set," and so he sent it to me, and I just went and bought a region-free DVD player so I can watch anything from anywhere, which is they're pretty cheap. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, cool.
But
no,
even as a kid,
a great cartoon for sure.
Hey, the life lessons at the end. I mean, even as a kid, you were like, "Come on, who's hey kids, fire's dangerous."
It did come across as a bit preachy and stuff like that, but I just thought I just liked the whole concept of it. I really did.
Yeah,
really good.
And with that volume of episodes, I mean, it was never ending. At least in your kid brain, you were like, there was always a new episode.
My favorite character and figure, I think, has got to be Trapjaw.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he's awesome. I will.
He's cool.
Need to get myself one of those. He's a very good character. Right. Okay. So moving on, my number 7 would be G.I. Joe Renegades.
Ooh.
Now this was produced by Derby Pop Productions and Hasbro Studios. It ran from 2010 to 2011. Again, unfortunately, only one season with 26 episodes. And the recognizable voice talents was Clancy Brown as Destro and Lee Majors as General Abernathy. But yeah, I really like this. It was very A-Team-esque, wasn't it, with the beginning and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's I love it.
Yeah, I mean the animation I thought was great. I didn't mind the style of the characters. I mean they look totally different from the Sambo G.I. Joe. Is it Sambo? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe. But yeah, loved it. I loved the storyline. I like the way they integrated certain characters like Shipwreck. You didn't really sort of like see him in his as he was as a cartoon character in the other series or as a figure.
Mm-hmm.
I think Barbecue was in it as well. The Firefly made a brief appearance. Zartan.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this. I really did. It's just a pity it didn't go on for more than one season. I think they missed the skipped the beat there.
You felt cheated with that one season, but I mean the storyline for that only season is, I mean, it's packed. There's a lot going on. At first, I was like, I don't know about this animation style, and I think after about 30 seconds, I was like, I like it. This is good. I'm all in.
Yeah, really good.
Dr. Mindbender kind of being that younger, but still just crazy scientist guy making some weird stuff in his lab. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it was really good.
Like you said,
I like the mixture of characters as well because you had like was it Roadblock, Tunnel Rat, Scarlet, Duke, and Snake Eyes. Am I missing someone?
I think that's everybody.
That's everybody. Yeah. I mean, I just thought.
I mean, you had
really well
had like Flint trying to intercept them and shut them down, which was pretty comical.
Yeah. But no, I on the whole, I thought it was really good. I mean, they did do an action figure line as well, but I'm not too sure. I think the figures are quite expensive.
I haven't run into those. That's worth taking a peek at.
I've looked at what was it? eBay, but they're going to be expensive on eBay anyway. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I think that was brilliant. It's a shame they only did one season, but there you go. Right then, Pete, what is your number 6?
My number 6 is Super Friends.
Super Friends. Where are you? Here you go. Is this the one
this
you
ran?
mean?
Oh, that's it.
Hey.
Boom. And so this ran from 73 to 85, and also Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
Wow. Hanna and Barbera. They shaped all of our childhoods, I'm sure, in some way, shape, or form.
Indeed,
but
yeah, for sure.
93 episodes.
Okay.
And I got to say, my favorite character, I know everybody's going to say, he's going to say Aquaman, but it's not. It's Batman. I love the Batman. In this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And of course,
Who's the girl with the orange tank top and the guy with the M on him? I don't recognize those two. Or the dog.
Those
are the dog.
I'm trying to remember their names. I actually am slowly watching this again, because I haven't seen it since I was a little kid. But yeah, they're like the mystery sleuths in training. They don't have any superpowers, but they're hanging out. I can't remember. Eventually, the boy and the girl got replaced by the Wonder Twins. With the all new Super Friends hour.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, the first couple, you've got them as like just kind of your average kids, like, hey, they're hanging, and I always like that, like, oh, like that could be me or my next door neighbor, like hanging with Batman and Superman. I think that in my kid brain, that just made it obviously all that more appealing, and I'm sure that's why they did it. Like, hey, you too can hang out with the Super Friends.
I've never seen that show. I've never seen it. So.
Really? It's classic. And then, it's got the meanwhile at the Hall of Justice. I mean, that's like, I can hear it in my head, and it's so iconic. And the fact that you had a toy line by Kenner, to come out with all those characters, and you could actually buy the Hall of Justice, which I got last year. It's cool. Awesome. And that Hall of Justice is actually, the toy is based on the Cincinnati train station, which was next door to Kenner. And so those designers went, hey, why don't we just use that architecture? So it has this very Gothic feel to it. So when you're driving by on the interstate and you look over at the train station, which is now a museum, you look at it and you're like, Hall of Justice. And you're like, oh, that's just cool. I get goosebumps every time I drive by it.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So, I mean, again, this is one cartoon that I'd never heard of. So it's pretty interesting stuff. That's awesome, man. Awesome.
I love this. This is great. Oh, that's right. Goji's got it. Wendy, Marvin, and Wonder Dog. That was the guy, the girl, and the dog.
Yeah,
thank you, Goj.
I've heard of Wonder Dog. Oh no! See, what I've heard of is, do you know of an actor called Julian Clary? He's a British TV guy. He was back in the I think 90s and stuff, and he had a dog called Fanny the Wonder Dog. So when he said Wonder Dog, that's where I thought, well, but it's not. But anyway, right, moving on swiftly. Yeah, unbelievable. Right, so my number 6 would be this show, Gargoyles. Absolutely love this, and I'm currently watching it again on Disney Plus. This was produced by Walt Disney Television Animation, Jade Animation, Tamara Productions, and this ran from 1994 to 1996 with 3 seasons and 78 episodes. Now, there's a few voices in this and a few people, kind of big names. You had Keith David as Goliath, Jonathan Frakes as David is it Xanatos? Marina Sirtis as Demona. You had Frank Welker in it as Bronx. Tom Wilson as a guy called Matt Bluestone. John Rhys Davis as Macbeth, and Clancy Brown as a character called, I think that's Hacken. I think that's pronounced. But yeah, this was absolutely brilliant. I love this. Absolutely love this.
Nice.
And yeah, I think NECA have done the figures for these as well. But the only problem with those is that with the wingspan and stuff like that, because they have their wings out, so they're going to take up a lot of shelf space. So
shelf space and wings, I was like, you said NECA and wings, and I just kind of cringed a little bit. I was like, okay, that sounds highly breakable.
Yes,
like,
yeah,
yikes.
Definitely.
Don't even look at them.
What a great series. I mean, it was totally different, really totally different, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, brilliant.
It's one I'm
watching it again.
Rarely caught, but again, my brother, that was a do not miss for him.
Yeah.
And I think that would be like,
as a kid, as a kid, they would come across as quite scary. Those, you see these big gargoyles with like big teeth and big claws and stuff like that, and they're flying about. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it. So,
hey, Kat.
Hey.
Vader's girls in the chat.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Much appreciated.
Okay, so I want to shout out Brian. He's in there, and so is G-Force. What's up, fellas?
Wow.
The chat is humming.
It is. There's a guy, Daniel. I'm just going to show this one.
Daniel K.
Yeah. Awesome.
What's up?
Yeah, thank you for joining us, everybody. Fantastic. Okay, so Pete, you're number 5.
Star Wars Rebels.
Okay, now just bear with me. I've got it here somewhere. I've just got to try and find it.
Dun. Hey, don't cuss. Not like last time.
I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing. Oh, that was Star Wars: The Clone Wars. What have I done with Rebels?
Uh-oh. Zeb's going to get you.
Okay, so here it is. Ta-da! There you go, Pete.
Oh, so good. And I've watched it cover to cover. I think twice now. This was 2014 to 2018, and you had 4 seasons of this for 75 total episodes. And there's just so many lovable characters out of this.
Definitely.
I mean, obviously you got Thrawn leering over in that picture. This is a great picture that you found. And because I'm just starting to read the Timothy Zahn novels to see Thrawn. Yeah, to see Thrawn in the cartoon like that. That's who I have in my head when I'm slowly reading through the novels. So awesome. Cool. Very well played. But you got Chomper, the droid, and his. I mean, to hear him talk. I mean, I usually end up doing a spit take or whatever on the sofa if I'm not careful, drinking while Chomper's trying to talk, because he really just like R2, you can hear what he's saying.
Definitely.
But of course, Sabine and Ezra and Hera. Yeah. These are all just, I mean, you look at that picture and you're like, love them. Yep.
I mean, I've got to say, this was probably the best picture that I found out for these guys. So, yeah, this is
I still want to get the Black Series version of these characters. I know they're out there. I just have not taken the time to snag them.
As it happens, Pete, I've actually got them out on display on my shelf. So I've managed to get the photoreal Ezra, Hera, and Kanan and Zeb.
Sweet.
I've got Sabine. She was the old style Black Series. So she's got a helmet on, and Chopper. Because Chopper's practically the same figure.
Yep.
So, and I thought, well, I'm going to put Sabine with a helmet on anyway. But I mean, they look absolutely fantastic. And Thrawn, what a character! What a character he was! Absolutely amazing. I've got to say, I think.
Oh, I was going to say, it's certainly knowing the Rebels lineage and the fact that we're going to get an Ahsoka show. I'm like, let's and we're in that.
I think Ezra's rumored to be in it, and I think Sabine is rumored to be in it, and I think Hera's rumored to be in it. But if you've seen Star Wars Rogue One, haven't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So you actually see Chopper rolling through the base in the Yavin 4. You see the Ghost, and also you hear General Hera's name being called over the tannoy in the base as well. So there's like little
I think I've missed the General Hera part, but now I got to go back and watch it again, which is never a problem watching Rogue One again.
Yeah, so it's when they're in the base, and I think they're getting prepped to shoot off and stuff like that and do what they've got to do.
Yep.
And I think there's like a call out. But yeah, these are fantastic figures, fantastic show. I think the first season, I think for me was like a little bit slow. And I think
it definitely it's kind of grindy, but it takes off pretty quick.
And it was very Disney-fied as well, with people not getting shot from close range and stuff like that, and the stormtroopers missing the. I know they're bad shots, but you know, thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great. See, because I think the original Clone Wars finished in 2014. Because then they did Rebels, didn't they, in 2014 as well, like you said. So Disney wanted their own animation. Right. Okay. So my number 5. Moving on, if I can find it. Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. I got it out today. Yeah, I like this. This was produced by Universal Pictures. Amblin Entertainment and DreamWorks Animation TV. It runs from 2020 to present. Currently 4 seasons with 37 episodes, and the only voice person that I've heard of was a guy called James Arnold Taylor, who does voice work in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Yeah, this is just fun. It's just a fun TV series to watch. Again, a bit daft in places, but it's a kid show. But the dinosaurs, the animation for the dinosaurs are absolutely fantastic. And to be honest with you, that's the only reason why I'm watching it for the dinosaurs. So this is set. Oh, hello, Pete. Oh, we're missing Pete. I'll crack on. Yeah, I was going to say the only reason I'm watching it is because of the dinosaurs.
Am I there?
Yeah, you're there now. Hello. You're putting a funny face. You froze.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what happened. But this is set between...
Stu, you're frozen.
I think it was... Am I frozen?
Are you back? Yeah, you were frozen. Now you're back.
I'm here. Was I? I'm back. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so this is set between Jurassic World and... what was the second one? Fallen Kingdom?
I believe that's correct.
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, it's set between those two films, the first 4 seasons. So, but yeah, like I say, really good. The animation, enjoying it. The storyline, yeah, it kind of ties in with the rest of the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park movies. And yeah, the dinosaurs are awesome. That's the only reason I'm watching it, really. So there you are. Have you not seen it?
I have not seen a lick of this. I didn't even know that it was a thing. Camp Cretaceous.
Okay, yeah. Netflix.
Huh.
So it's got this Indominus Rex. So in the first season, it's got the Indominus Rex, and then you see it like wreak havoc across the park, and then you see it from the other side of things where the troopers go in to get it, and he takes them all out, and the kids are sitting there in the base camp, and they're just watching all these like radio things go silent and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool how they tied that in. So yeah, that was pretty good. Right, Pete, you're number 4.
My number 4 is Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I got it on the telly behind me.
Away. Is this
Boom!
the dude?
Yep.
Right, hang on a minute. Let's get rid of that. Let's enlarge you. There you go. Spider-Man in the background there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so tell us a bit about this.
This was this ran 81 to 1983, obviously a Marvel production, and you had Spidey, Iceman, and Firestar with 24 episodes of this baby. And digging around, and I knew back in my kid brain, but learning it again, Stan Lee is the narrator for seasons 2 and 3, which is way cool.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep. Wow. And so I'm kind of revisiting this again, a la Disney Plus has it as a streaming selection. So again, I'm firing this up, and then it's kind of like, whoa, having flashbacks to childhood. Whenever I watch an episode, I'm like, your brain's like, I actually know what's going to happen next. The swarm bad guy, where you're like, whoa. So I'm quite enjoying revisiting this series because I did not miss it as a kid. And
wow,
I mean, who also didn't have a crush on Firestar? I'm just saying, redhead.
I've not seen it. So did you say it's on Disney Plus?
Yep,
it is. Okay, so we're gonna have to catch up on that for sure, definitely. But yeah, I mean, I quite like Spider-Man anyway. I think he's because there's so much animation on Disney Plus, isn't there? Especially with the Marvel. I didn't realize they did that many animated TV series. I mean, it's.
I definitely want to pick up the DVDs of it just to have the hard copies for it. But right now, I'm just dabbling and watch an episode here and there. And then who could forget Miss Lion, Firestar's dog? She's always in the episodes too. So cute little pooch.
I see. I've not seen that, so that's one we're gonna have to catch up on.
Nice.
Okay, so my number 4, ta-da, Harley Quinn. So this was produced by DC Entertainment and Warner Brothers Animation, Warner Brothers Television Distribution, Yes Norman Production, and one production company that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. This one from 2019 to present day. There's only 2 seasons with 26 episodes, and the voice talent of Kaylee Kuko. She played Penny in Big Bang.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Kaylee.
Yep.
I can't pronounce her surname, but yeah. So when I first watched this, it just absolutely blew me away. I just wasn't expecting the gore, the violence, the language, and this is definitely made for adults. It was on late on Channel 4 in the UK. Harley Quinn is one of my favorite DC characters. I don't have many favorite characters from DC. Anybody from the Batman series, I prefer. I'm not too keen on Superman or any of the others, but Harley Quinn, I just think she's just amazing. And yeah, this had me in stitches. Just the language. Clayface was amazing. You got King Shark there as well. This little dude, I can't remember his name, but yeah, it just. If you haven't seen it, I strongly suggest.
I have not.
Highly recommended.
And now I want to. I love that there's not like a lot of overlap on our. This is great.
Yeah.
There
hasn't been any.
So many shows. No, there hasn't been any. So I'm like, oh, there's another show I need to try and find and either buy it or stream it or both.
Yeah, I think if this had again more seasons, I think it would have been higher up the pecking order. But as it's only 2 seasons, I can't have it in the top 3. So I didn't even have my top 3. What my top 3? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, I absolutely loved it.
Connor said best watched with a bowl of cereal and a blanket. Isn't that the truth?
Which one's that? Oh right, which just any of the
I
cartoons?
don't know if he was. Yeah, I mean, in general, cartoons in general, it just there's nothing better than getting up.
When you were a kid, how cool was a Saturday morning when you just get up and you just go downstairs and watch Saturday morning TV, and you just had all these amazing cartoons and animated series on? I mean, there's so many that we've not even named. We've you had the Wazzles and stuff like that, and then you had I don't know if you watched the Care Bears. I kind of did, but I
dabbled.
So, you dabbled.
I got to be honest, I dabbled.
Yeah, there's no shame in that, Pete. No shame in that at all. Right,
no, Care Bears are big in our house. Number 3.
Go on then.
Yes. So for number 3, PacMan. Everybody remember that?
The one?
That is it. Yes.
No, I don't remember this.
Haha. So this ran. It was very brief. But you had it from 1982 to 1983, 44 episodes. The cool thing, this is the first cartoon ever to be based on a video game. So
really?
How neat is that? Yeah.
Wow.
And you had Marty Ingalls as the voice of Pac-Man, but he did a lot of work, did appearances on Dick Van Dyke, The Love Boat, Bewitched. So, I mean, he was a character actor all over the place for his career, which is really cool. And in researching for this, the first season, because, Pac-Man chomps ghosts, right? I mean, just like the video game, and vice versa, the ghosts could get him. The chomping was considered a bit too violent. So they had they had to tone it down. How hilarious is that? The chomping. You got to back off on the chomping.
So the PC Brigade were out in force back in those days as well, were they?
Yep. I mean, that was, hey, let's go to Mr. Gaddy's and get pizza and watch. They had a big screen TV in the pizza parlor there, and then of course you had your slew of video games. And pinball to go play on, but Pac-Man was up there, and I mean, you would
thanks for that, Daniel.
Play that. Cool. I would play that game, until your hand just like hurt, and of course it was a pizza buffet, so you didn't have to worry about your pizza getting cold. But still, mom and dad like, hey, come eat. You're like, oh, I'm on a roll.
So I've never seen Pac-Man. Never seen it. I don't obviously know the game. But I didn't even realize it was an animated series, and for it to be the first one based on the game, that's pretty cool going. That is pretty cool going. Okay, so my number 3, if I can find it, where are you? Number 3, where are you? So it's Transformers: War for Cybertron. So this was produced by Rooster Teeth Animation, Polygon Pictures and Entertainment 1. It ran from 2020 to 2021. It was you class it as 3 seasons with 18 episodes. So you had Siege in 2020, then you had Earthrise in 2020 after a short break, and then you had Kingdom in 2021. And again, I have no idea who the voice actors were in this, but I really enjoyed this. I thought the animation was superb. I thought the voices were not far from the original voices. I know Optimus wasn't voiced by Peter Cullen, but to me that didn't matter. I thought the guy that did it did a great job. I loved the storyline, and it introduced me to the beasts. Is it Beastmasters?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd never seen them before because Beast Wars, that was it. I'd never seen Beast Wars, so I didn't really know who they were. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a really good, well done series. I know people thought it was quite dark and what have you, and it is compared to the original Transformers series, that's for sure. But I mean, what did you see this? What did you think if you saw it?
I have not.
No, you haven't seen it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I think I'll have to go back.
Didn't fancy it.
Like I said, Transformers was really my brother's bread and butter, and I could just didn't get hooked as tight with it. So yeah. I mean, it's definitely I'm like making notes, like, oh, there's another one I need to go back and watch.
Well, I mean, the characters they stayed pretty true to the look of the characters from the original Transformers, which I really appreciated. And like I say, sometimes things when they progress and like they change some things change for the better. I thought with this, it did change for the better with the animation and stuff like that. The storyline was totally different and a bit darker to like the original Transformers, but on the whole, really enjoyable. I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend watching that for sure. Definitely worth watching. Right. Okay, we're nearing the end. What is your number two?
Down to the nitty gritty. My number two. My number two is ScoobyDoo. Where are you?
He's right here. There he is. Look at that. front and center of the screen. There he is. Wow.
This is a slightly newer animation that you're seeing, but yeah, the old school ScoobyDoo is that is one of my all-time favorites. So you had it run in 69 to 70, and then again in 78, where they kind of smashed in some episodes. So you had 3 seasons for 41 total episodes. But I mean, jeepers, I love it.
Wow.
Like, wow, Scoob.
Yeah. I got to say, I did enjoy Scooby-Doo. I mean, I think everybody's seen Scooby-Doo, surely.
Yeah, and it's honestly, it's one of those, I don't care how many times you've seen the original Where Are You episodes. If one's on, I'm watching it. And our daughter and I definitely, when she was younger, we went back and introduced her to some of these old school cartoons like Scooby and the Jetsons and a little bit of Flintstones. But Scooby, that really clicked with her. And so we've got that Scooby-Doo bond. And we would also watch the later animation, the newer animation in the 2000s, where they were cranking out a lot of the Scooby-Doo movies. We still have them on DVD around the house. And every once in a while, she just graduated from college, but even still, you can catch her late at night and be like, hey, you want to watch a movie? And be like, yeah, you want to watch a Scooby-Doo movie? And she's like, sure. And I'm like, great. But
how many movies did they make?
In the 2000s, there's just well, in the 2000s, the animated movies, there's a slew of them.
No, I meant live action movies.
Oh, the live action. What do you have? 2, I think.
Okay. Have you seen those?
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
But it's the
cartoon though, no.
Nah, the old school cartoons. Come on, you can't beat it. And I mean, all the monsters that you had, like the Creeper, Captain Cutler's the Minor 49er, Zoinks.
It always got me. I would have made it if it wasn't for those pesky kids, and they pulled a mask off. It's Mr. So-and-so from the butcher's or Mr. So-and-so from the local shop or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I would have made it if it weren't for those pesky kids.
That's right. Oh, and hey, gang, let's split up. Daphne, come with me.
Yeah.
It just,
oh, dear.
Hilarious.
Absolutely brilliant.
And as Boba Hicks has rightfully, Boba's pointed out, Scooby snacks.
Scooby snacks.
Oh, yeah. Puppy
Scooby
power.
snacks.
I even enjoyed a pup named Scooby-Doo. That was a good later cartoon. Mystery.
Awesome. Oh,
Goji. Enjoyed that.
Lost Mo's back.
Yeah, so there's lots of iterations of Scooby that have happened.
Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah, I do like the original cartoon. I thought it was brilliant, and it's yeah, awesome. Right, moving on. My number 2 is, if I can find it. Ta-da!
Oh,
Marvel X-Men. So this was produced by 20th Century Fox, Marvel Entertainment. They were the two big guns that produced this. It ran from 1992 to 1996, a total of 5 seasons with 76 episodes. And the most standout voice talent for me was a guy called John Colicos. He played Apocalypse. And he was the guy that played the original Boltar in the original Battlestar Galactica TV series. I can't.
Also, he was also a Klingon in TOS Star Trek.
It. Yep. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, but yeah, absolutely loving this. So this is on Disney Plus. I've started watching it. I've got to season 4, and it explains a lot of things, because I've seen a lot of the all the X-Men movies, even the most recent ones. And I didn't have a clue who Phoenix was. I didn't have a clue who Apocalypse was. I just didn't know. I just thought, and then now watching these cartoons and this series, yeah, absolutely loving it. And I always remember as a kid, Wolverine was my my favorite, and I did actually have an action figure of him as a kid.
Oh, nice!
And they've started doing these figures in like the video cassette boxes for the animated 90s series, and I should be opening some of those in a
mega pile.
From my mega pile. Yeah, Johnny's mega pint has got nothing on my mega pile, I can tell you, sir. Look at it. Yeah, bloody loads of it. But yeah, we get around to doing that. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. I love this. The only thing that got on my nerves a little bit was the guy who played Charles Xavier. When he screamed, it was just like, oh, God, shut up. It was just one of those awful screams, and it was like, oh. Have you ever seen this series? You have?
No, I have not. So,
okay,
yeah, again,
watching.
I have so much to catch up on. I really should stop working. I just it really gets in the way of enjoying cartoons and hunting toys.
I mean, what a job that would be, just to sit and review TV animated series,
right?
As a job. That'd be great. Why aren't you going into work today? Oh, I'm watching cartoons, mate. You know, but
but gotta watch X-Men. I'll be in later.
Well, yeah, I love it. I mean, I thought the movies were good, the original movies and stuff like that. I'm not too keen on the newer ones, but I don't know what they've done with the timeline, really. I just but the cartoons, though, fantastic. Really enjoyed it. So I'm going to hazard a guess, looking at the pictures down the side of my screen, at what your number 1 is. So would you like to tell everybody what your number 1 is? I've got to find it first. Don't say anything yet. Let me find it. Bloody hell. Here we go.
Gojatron. Goji thinks he's guessed Stu's number 1.
My number 1.
That's what he says.
Has he?
Dun dun dun.
I think I've got. Oh yeah. I think we've had this conversation. I've lost it now. Where the hell is he? There he is. Okay, go on in. Your number 1 is.
My number 1, and I'm sure it's no surprise, is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero.
Is that your number 1?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that is a surprise.
That's my number 1.
That, Pete. There you go. There you are. Look at that.
Oh.
Look at those guys.
So good. So 1983 to 1986, you had 2 miniseries, 2 seasons, 95 episodes, I believe. But yeah, the miniseries that we got with these, Mass Device, The Weather Dominator, Pyramid of Darkness, come on. These are just
awesome, wasn't it?
they're so iconic in my kid brain. And I mean, I'm talking about, and I'm getting goosebumps just thinking back to the Mass Device episodes. I mean, I love that whole MacGuffin.
Yeah.
You know, we've got all these
MacGuffin.
pieces, and now we've got to fight Cobra to go, you know, get the elements. So good.
Yeah, this
many
was
characters.
Fantastic. This was my Saturday morning.
Yeah, this was after school for me.
Oh, okay.
Like, we would come home on the bus, and you know, it was coming to like 3:30 or whatever it was. Literally, we could not get in the door fast enough, grab a snack, and like jump downstairs and throw the TV on to catch, you know, the opening music and scenes. Both my brother and I, like, as fast as we could run off the bus. And if the bus was running behind, you were like sweating bullets. Like, right, come on, drop the next kid off. It was like, don't you know what time it is?
It was great. I absolutely loved this as a kid. My Saturday morning consisted of getting up really early and going around a friend's house, much to the disgust of his mum, because it was before 9 a.m. in the morning. Bless her, she was still in bed and getting ready. My friend had not long been up, and there's me knocking on the door. You're gonna play? You're gonna play? And so I'd be there from like say 8:30 in the morning till probably gone 5 o'clock in the evening, and we'd watch the Saturday morning run of G.I. Joe, and then we'd just go and get his toys, his G.I. Joe figures, the O-ring figures, the vehicles. In the summer, we'd walk out into the garden with big boxes, plonk them down, and that was it. That was us done for the day.
Nice.
Where the kids? We're still down the bottom of the garden playing G.I. Joe. Oh,
yeah, brilliant,
fantastic times, and what a great series. And again, I think Cobra Commander was voiced by the same guy that did Starscream, wasn't he?
Yep, Lada. Yep,
Lada. That's it. Yeah, such a distinguishable voice. But yeah, absolutely loved it. The Dreadnoughts, fantastic. Zartan, he had that echo. He kind of had that echoey voice, didn't he?
Yeah. He was a slightly otherworldly.
Yeah.
The light.
Oh, brilliant. And
I mean,
I like the first few series episodes where they went up in the space shuttle.
Yeah.
That was quite good. But sorry, what you were going to say? Sorry, Pete.
Cool. I was just gonna, the fact that obviously they did a very good job of marketing with, the comics, the cartoon, and then boom, hey, you're watching the show, and what's it dumped to? A G.I. Joe toy commercial. You're like, feed me.
Just wanna. There you go. I've got to take him out this case. Gently, Bentley. So I'm so glad that they've decided to do these again. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Original. Well, not the original.
That artwork.
Figures. Yeah.
That Hector Garrido art.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. And it's G.I. Joe, absolutely fantastic series. Really, really enjoyed that as a kid, and the figures were great as well. I spent absolutely hours playing with that. Absolute hours.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, sorry. No, go on.
No, I was just gonna say that the impact that it had as a kid, the impact that it still has as an adult, collector. As I look around the Defiant, the flag. I mean, it's everywhere, and it's yet another cartoon that you can catch on YouTube if you wish. And just throw it on while you're working on something, and your brain already knows what as soon as you see the episode, 2 seconds, and so it's great for getting some other stuff done and having that play in the background. Good stuff.
Because you guys in America, you had G.I. Joe, we had Action Force, and Action Force transitioned into G.I. Joe over in the UK, but we had like figures like Duke, Gung Ho, Torpedo. And they all came on Action Force style cards, like the one you showed me, that style of card. And then I think there was a comic where they did the full transition from Action Force to G.I. Joe. So then I think it was Baron Ironblood then became Cobra Commander and all that sort of stuff and whatnot. And then that's how they transitioned from the Red Shadows into Cobra and stuff like that. And I would love to see that storyline. I would love that. Would be absolutely awesome to see that storyline. Definitely in comic form. I've never seen it. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
I've got issue. Well, actually, I've got one of the annuals where it's
okay,
kind of talks about the transition. I'll have to send you some pictures out of it. Dig it out of the display.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. That'd be really good. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Right, moving on. My numero uno is Avengers Assemble. This this was produced by Marvel Animation. It ran from 2013 to 2018, 5 seasons, 127 episodes. The only recognizable voice talent that I could find was a guy called Dwight Schultz, who played Atuma, and he was also Howling Mad Murdock in the A-Team. Again, absolutely loving this series. I'm halfway through season 4. Iron Man, brilliant. Hulk, fantastic. And so I see a lot of figures like Red Hulk. I didn't have a clue who he was until I've seen this. I know Goji was on about another TV show called Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That's also on Disney Plus. So once I'm done with this, I will start that. But yeah, again, it explains about Ultron, loads of other characters. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, they had Moon Knight in one of the episodes. So I'd never heard of Moon Knight until the TV series come out, and now it was on this and stuff. So it's just putting little pieces together, which is fantastic. But again, the animation's great. You can see the differences and changes in the animation from the first series through to it's becoming more 3D type sort of thing and what have you. But yeah, really good. Have you caught this or no?
No. Again, no? You just keep growing my list of things I need to watch.
Well,
I want to watch. I want to learn.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, again, I mean, this is the thing. We've listed just like 20 and we didn't overlap. But my God, there are just so many cartoons out there. This will please my wife. So she done her top 10 because we were talking about this and she really.
Oh, cool.
So her number 10 was Ulysses 31. Number 9 was Brave Star. Number 8 was a TV series called Danger Mouse. That was a UK.
Right, Baroni.
Like a little mouse with
I love it. Yeah, we had it on Nickelodeon.
Baron Greenback. Yeah. Number 7 was He-Man. Number 6 was Thundercats. We didn't even mention Thundercats. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Yeah. Number 5 was Terrorhawks. Number 4 was Defenders of the Earth. Number 3, the Real Ghostbusters. Didn't even mention them.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Very big in the 90s. Was it 90s or was that late 80s? I can't remember. And then her number 1 was Dungeons and Dragons.
89? Oh, yeah, D&D.
Yeah, D&D.
Yeah, the cartoon.
I mentioned that yesterday along with Masks. So, I mean, there were so many.
Yeah, Mask.
Amazing. Yeah. That's what I mean, so many. And we've just, we've just picked like 10 each.
You say the word crazy. Mask. You said mask, and suddenly Chris Miwa shows up in the chat. It's weird.
Did he really?
It's like he has he just, boop. There he is.
Here he is.
You just say mask, and there he is.
Hello. There you are. Wow.
So Daniel K says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was 87 to 96.
Oh, okay. 1986. Wow, that's a long one, isn't it? Wow, that's a long one. Yeah. So Goji, he thought. Oh, I did a minute ago. Where's he gone? He thought.
Goji. Yeah.
Been,
Batman animated series.
I thought it would be Batman the animated series. So I've not
That's
seen
another
that.
good
I've seen
one.
a lot of the movies. Yeah, is it good? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would enjoy it. Yep, definitely.
Okay, I'll have to
put it on your list. And it's been years since I've watched it, and yeah, I would thoroughly enjoy rewatching that.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. But I mean, there's some great animated series there in which we picked. I feel definitely, and there's things in there that that you've watched that I've never seen, like PacMan and Super Friends and Amazing Spider-Man. What was this? Batman is the best Batman cartoon of all time. Okay, listen, you're whetting my appetite. I'm gonna have to go and see this, and I'm gonna have to.
Oh yeah. Yep, not steering you wrong. That is for sure.
Yeah, but no, what a great top 10 for sure. Definitely, what a great subject.
I loved it.
Discuss. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Well, we've been running for just over an hour, so I'm guessing that will more than likely this one's run its course. If any of you guys want to leave a comment or your top 10 in the comments when this is out on YouTube, then please do. It'd be interesting to see.
I'd love to see it.
What you guys think. Yeah, definitely. Well, for those of you in the chat, thank you very much for watching and being with us on the live stream. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thanks.
We'll be again. No, we won't. We'll be back again next month at some point. Me and Pete will discuss and find out something else to talk about. If there's anything that you guys want to come up with, then please feel free to leave comments again in the comment section and just let us know if there's anything that you want us to discuss or whatever. And maybe if one of you want to join us for a discussion, if you've got a topic that you want to discuss and you're pretty cool on, then jump on. We love to have you on as a guest and stuff like that. So
definitely.
Awesome. Thank you, Keith. Much appreciated, my friend. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And Trenton.
So yes.
Trenton says great show. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Glad you enjoyed.
Thank you guys. We do try. We try our best. And I feel tonight was glitch free. So, come on, us old people and technology, we're getting there. We're winning the battle, guys. We're winning the battle.
Step by step.
Before we go, just to say what's coming up on my channel. So I'm going to have a couple more unboxings because like people know I've got like loads of boxes to unbox. I'm going to do an in-depth room tour. So basically these are going to be like 15, 16 minutes long, just showing you what I've got and going through why I've got these and why I like collecting. And Chris Miwa, I spoke to him on Wednesday. Fantastic chat. He was on about the whale, so he wants me to do a video on the whale and my restoration job that I did on it. I did that in 2020. Unfortunately, I didn't film any of it, but I've taken loads of photographs, so that'll be something else that's going to be coming to the channel within the next week or two. So cool. Again, guys, thank you very much. Pete, thank you very much for joining us again.
Thanks for having
me. Loved it. No, that was an absolute pleasure, mate. Absolute pleasure. And we shall see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much and take care. Cheers now.
Night, everybody.